Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Good evening. Welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, home of the 4-time defending world champion Wheels of Justice and the defending national champion Rosebuds All-Stars. All right, we are at halfway through this season. Glad y'all came out on this chilly evening. You are here to see the High Rollers take on the Breakneck Betties. Each team has 3 games left, including tonight, and it is a race to see who gets in to the final seedings. So before we get going, just a couple things. Please stay on your side of the black bumpers. And while the action is going, please don't pass in front of everybody. Just wait till the jam is over and then head to or from your seats. And yeah, with that, let's give it up for all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And while you're in the applauding mood, give it up as well for all of our officials on skates and off. And none of y'all are here to see me. My name is Puns and Roses. I'm going to give it up to Magic Pony Power Hour to get this going.
Thank you, Puns. Derby fans, it is my honor to introduce for you the Breakneck Betties! Skating for you tonight, number 07, Jackpot. Number 11, Bertha Beatdown. Number 130, Scratcher in the Thigh. Number 234, Ice Hole. Number 237, Smack Torrance. Number 360, Zulu Mother Smother. Number 426, Ripley. Number 617, Stomps. Number 65, Juniper Simonis. Number 651, Gray's Lobotomy. Number 700, Spring Roll. Number 71, Danger Potato. Number 75, Sci-Fi Curious. Number 88, Darth Molly. And number 97, Root of All Evil. These are your Breakneck Betties.
And now, coming to you in the green and the gold, it's the High Rollers. Wearing 117 Shamrocket. Number 182 is Link. Number 26, Moto Mommy. Wearing 28, Minstrel Psycho. Number 31 is Kid Vicious. Featuring number 33, Grim Carey. Wearing number 39, it's Gaffney. 343 is Trinity. Number 360, Big Bang Fury. Wearing 377, Lex Sanguination. Number 48 is Brute. Wearing number 51, Coupe de Gras. Number 79 is Lil Regulator. Wearing triple 8 is Lady Painicorn. And finally, 911 Mayday. Put your hands together for the High Rollers.
Woo! Yeah! So ready.
All right. So coming into this game, the High Rollers are 2-1. High Rollers are 2-1. Breakneck Betties are still winless, looking for their first win of the season. Simona says this is going to be tonight. Betties have added some new skaters, so we'll see how well they gel with the team. And there we go. Trinity and Darth Molly are your jammers. And Darth Molly through. Lead jammer.
Trinity out, both jammers on their way to the back of the pack. Darth Molly engaged and calling it off. Now hear this. Red Subaru 345 MNL parked in front of the fire gate will be towed. You need to move your red Subaru 345 MNL or you're going to lose it.
All right, next up, behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line, we've got Danger Potato in the red, and that is Sham Rocket in the green.
Danger Potato weaves to the center of the track. Sham Rocket. I cannot talk. Sham Rocket breaking out around the outside.
Sham Rocket into the pack. There's the call off. Is it in time? Yes. And we have our first lead change of the evening.
Here they are. S1 Helmet streaming broadcasts of RCR's 2023 games are brought to you by S1 Helmets.
And here we go, spring roll trying the outside.
A little regulator on the outside up. No, a little regulator in the back. Slammed right now, trying to break free.
And spring roll has been named lead jammer. Big Bang Fury up at the front of the pack.
Regulator down on the outside, escorted to the back of the pack.
Getting some offensive help from Motomami.
Regulator out and on a scoring pass. That jam is off. Hey, we'd like to thank PBR. PBR's back, baby. Grab one at the Plow Stop Bar right now.
And next up, we've got Stomps in the red. Lex Sanguination in the green.
Lex Sanguination on the outside edge right now.
Good work by Root of All Evil, forcing Lex back into the pack.
Lex Sanguination re-engaging. High Rollers trying to scrape some blockers off, and Lex Sanguination free for a scoring pass.
And Stomps with the call off.
Hey, we want to thank Zoom Care. More than urgent care, Zoom Care is here for you. Preventative care, screenings, and prescriptions. All that and a bag of chips. It's Zoom Care.
And next up, Darth Molly in the red, Trinity in the green. And there's the whistle. Trinity do a little defensive jamming. Now Big Bang Fury and Mayday locking up.
Trinity out for lead jammer. Darth Molly breaking out.
Simonis waiting at the back of the pack for Trinity.
Darth Molly scrapes
Stuck
off
the landing.
4. Yeah, that was awesome.
Next up, Danger Potato and Shamrocket.
Everybody down in the middle of the box. Danger Potato breaking out on the outside. Coupe de Gras scraping out a trough for her jammer.
And Brute dumping Danger Potato.
Coupe de Gras in on the block, opening up.
Wow, Brute just cleared the lane.
Danger Potato slams the line.
Just got mashed by Gaffney.
Hey, we want to thank Ritual Dyes, a unique brick and mortar shop and dye studio in Portland, owned by RCR parents and pedal parents.
And spring roll right into the teeth of that High Rollers defense, but springs out.
Coupe de Gras sitting in the Laughing Planet penalty box.
And Bertha beatdown heading to the penalty box on a direction to play penalty. Oh, Lil Regulator spinning on the edge.
Little Regulator fakes the entire line. One more, and it's a jammer to get by. Spring roll trying to hold things down.
Oh, nice force out by Grace Lobotomy, but skates go out. No pass, no penalty for Lil Regulator.
Spring roll swinging by Big Bang Fury, coup de grace, and Motomami. That was a rough pack. Hey, we'd like to thank Two Town Cider. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. That's Two Town Cider. Grab a Bright Cider right now. I mean, do whatever you want. I'm not the boss of you. Lex Sanguination on the line for the High Rollers.
And Stomps getting forced out and recycled behind Brute.
Lex Sanguination on the inside.
Track cut.
Call. Lex Sanguination to the Laughing Planet penalty box.
Nice force out by Coop. And here comes Root of All Evil, Smack Torrance and company.
Coop back to the box.
Long drawback behind Gaffney.
Stomps, throws it at the line.
Nice work in space by Brute.
Bertha beat down on the way to the penalty box. Lex Sanguination back on the track. Coup de grace standing.
Great drawback from Kid Vicious.
Rough line.
And that is Ripley heading to the box on a direction of play penalty.
Lex Sanguination breaks out. Lex Sanguination on the outside line picks up two more. Hey, Liquid Death. Now serving Liquid Death at the bar. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, toddle on over to the plow stop and pick one up. Liquid Death.
And next up, we're going to see Trinity and Darth Molly. Simonis and company looking to clear a lane. And there goes Darth Molly.
Trinity on the inside. Molly engaging the pack. One more to get by. Calls it off. Danger Potato on the line.
Facing off against Sham Rocket. And Smack Torrance looking to open a lane on the outside.
Danger Potato taking a beating, still in the box. The pack reforms on the pivot line. Danger Potato escorted to the back of the pack.
Nice work by Brute and Kid Vicious. And we have a star pass. That is Icehole, Jammer of Record now.
I gotta say, Kid Vicious is intimidating. Hey, we'd like to thank Laughing Planet sponsoring our penalty box. Food that is good for people and the planet. Their menus offer vegetarian, vegan, paleo, and gluten-free. Magic Pony's favorite.
All right, next up, Lil Regulator and Spring Roll.
Spring Roll cautiously wades into the pack and begins taking a beating.
Zulu Mother Smother and Simonis not
Motomami.
giving Little Regulator anywhere to go.
Motomami holding down the outside line. Spring roll cannot find a way through.
Wow, Little Regulator somehow managed to stay in bounds on that. (2-0) on that jam. Great defense from the Betties.
Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns, just like me, just like you. Rebel Heart Therapy. Lex Sanguination on the line.
Root of all evil just closed that outside lane.
Stomps on the outside on the way to the Laughing Planet penalty box.
Stomps being waved back.
Ripley on the way to the penalty box.
And Kid Vicious recognizing that Stomps was not in the box. Playing some great defense at the front. Oh, nice hit from Root of All Evil. Lex Sanguination is your lead jammer, but did get recycled.
The wall has been dropped on Lex Sanguination.
Jackpot and Company with the recycle.
The line holding on Lex Sanguination.
And
High rollers, and it's off.
good call off there.
Darth Molly on the line.
And Gray's lobotomy taps Trinity right at the beginning. It just interrupts the momentum. All right, Darth Molly is your lead jammer, but is recycled deep behind Mayday.
Trinity still fighting through the pack. Breakneck Betties throwing everything at it. Simonis running the line. Trinity cannot seem to find a way past.
Oh, Big Bang Fury laying the offense, but there goes Trinity to the box.
3-4-3. Coop, Motomami, and Mayday up front running the line on Darth Molly.
Nice
Reform.
Great work from Motomami to reform that. Here comes Bertha Beatdown playing the offense.
Coop, DeGraw, one skater wrecking ball.
Zulu's Mother Smother and Bertha Beatdown.
Simonis breaks the lineup a little early. That jam is off.
1 point. Great defense from the High Rollers.
Hey, let's not forget tonight's raffle. Tickets are $1 each, 10 for 5, 20 for your height. The total value, $660. Get those tickets early, get them often. The drawing will be in about 17 minutes.
And Danger Potatoes, Sham Rocket. Danger Potato, lead jammer. Jackpot and Company holding the line on Sham Rocket. Track cut. Double track cut. Both jammers going to the box. Both jammers coming out of the box.
Because Derby with no jammers is just no fun.
Danger Potato tries to call it off, but cannot because they lost that lead jammer status.
Sham Rocket breaks out. Shamrocket into the pack, wades through, finds some sunlight on the outside. 4 more.
Big drawback behind Gaffney.
Shamrocket racking them up.
Kid Vicious says, I want a track cut, but Kid Vicious does not get the track cut.
Shamrocket bouncing through the pack. On the inside, holds it together. Man, that jam has come to its natural conclusion. Timeout called by the High Rollers.
This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.
Hey, and we're right back at it. Spring roll on the line.
And little regulator. Gray's lobotomy, Simonis and Bertha Beatdown doing work at the back of the pack.
Mayday, coup de grace, and Big Bang Fury holding the line on spring roll. It's a jumble in there. Yikes.
Oh, little regulator. Defensive jamming on the fly. Oh! And the spin move?
So choice. Oh, around the outside. Simonis with the dropout.
Little regulator thinks about it, decides to head back.
Down goes Simonis.
And there's the call off. This has been low scoring so far.
It's been great. This is a good game. Hey, we'd like to thank somebody I'll read in a minute because I ran out of time.
Sci-Fi Curious in the red, Lex Sanguination in the green.
Lex Sanguination to the back of the pack.
Nice drawback from Brute.
Powers
Jackpot.
through the wall.
Grim Carey coming back to support. And there's Sci-Fi Curious on the initial.
Lex Sanguination through for 4, calls it off. Hey, we'd like to thank Two Rivers Mortgage, proud to be an independent mortgage broker from Portland, Oregon. offering flexibility and pricing advantages needed in today's market. Don't you know it? Two Rivers Mortgage.
I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we got a 1-point game right now.
Bang! No, let's hear it. It's a 1-point game, and the crowd went wild.
All right, there we go. Trinity up to the front. Great work from Simonis and Bertha beatdown. Directional play penalty on Simonis. Here comes Motomami with the offense. And now Gray's lobotomy. Bertha beatdown.
Stomps.
And catcher in the thigh with that final block to open the lane.
Trinity just gliding through the pack. Up to the front, calls it off.
And that's a lead change.
Bang, how did that, there you go. And the crowd went wild. Perfect. Sasquatch HR, making nonprofit and small business working places better than SasquatchHR.org.
All right, Darth Molly, Sham Rocket are your jammers. Ice Hole, Root of All Evil trying to open up that High Rollers defense.
Ripley holding the line in the back. Ripley on the way to the penalty box. And that jam is off. Hey, we'd like to thank Black Cat Plumbing, your local plumbing, neighborhood plumbing company, and proud sponsor of RCR since forever. And I mean forever. That's Black Cat Plumbing. Betties down one to the penalty box.
Nice work from Lady Painicorn, shutting that outside lane.
Danger Potato pinballs through the pack. Lead jammer. Danger Potato on the inside, scrapes off all four and calls it.
And we have another lead change.
Boing. Buffalo Gap Eatery and Saloon, John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
Lex Sanguination, Spring Roll are your jammers.
Lex Sanguination up to the center of the pack.
And Grim Carey did some great offensive work, but now heading to the box.
Ice Hole and Ripley running the wall on Lex Sanguination. Lex Sanguination on the outside. Dragged to the back of the pack with Ripley.
Spring Roll with the roll through the pack.
Lex Sanguination getting worked over by Ripley at the back of the pack.
And star pass to Brute.
Probably a good plan. Ninkasi, your favorite IPA, and new Ninkasi canned cocktails await you at the bar. That's the Plow Stop. Go now and revel in our affordable beverages. Honestly, you don't care how much they cost. Just get them. They's good.
Exactly.
Trinity and Stomps on the line.
And there goes Stomps. Lead jammer. Trinity forced out by Grace Lobotomy. Stomps coming in hard, but that was a legal hit.
Forearm called on Motomami.
And forearm on Big Bang Fury.
High rollers down 2 to the box. That's when it starts to hurt.
Great work by Mayday and Coop.
Stomps through for another 4.
Multiplayer.
Stomps hung up with Big Bang Fury and Motomami.
Zulu Mother Smother with the force out.
Yeah. Hey, just a note to the fans in the stands, y'all are the best group we've had all year. I mean it. Keep it up. Shamrocket and Darth Molly on the line.
And Shamrocket pushing against Icehole at the front, getting some help from Grim Carey. Brute doing work. Able to contain Darth Molly a bit, but Molly with the shoulder.
Out my way.
Just 1 point on that.
Hey, we want to thank Lionheart Kombucha, real kombucha made in Portland by folks who, man, they love kombucha. Grab one at the bar because that's where we have them. Cool done.
And little regulator, spring roll all your jammers. Spring roll looking for the outside, not finding it. Motomami with the offense for little regulator. And Reg somehow stays upright. I feel like my ankles would have broken doing that.
Spring roll is slippery.
Two points for the high rollers.
Oh, official review being called by the high rollers.
And this official timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Here it comes.
High rollers have elected to use their official review as a timeout.
Thank you, Darth Bling. All right, back at it.
Sci-fi curious. Like Sanguination.
Like Sanguination going for the outside. Red wall, Ripley drops to the out. Now holding down.
Up at the front. Nowhere to go. Here comes Root of All Evil with the offense.
Coup de grace out of the box.
Brute with the force out.
Coup de grace into scrape. Blockers off the jammer.
And Lex Sanguination leads Jammer.
Coup de grace.
Nice force out and long recycle from Ripley.
Ripley drags way back.
Great work by Jackpot, the back of the pack. 3 points on the final jam of the first half.
Coming up, we've got all that halftime stuff, the raffle.
And we have a star pass to Brute.
And everybody says, Brute. There you go.
Next up, in the green, Lil Regulator. In the red, Danger Potato behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Danger Potato. Lil Regulator hung up with Ripley on the outside, on the in, now to the out. Regulator breaks out and is on scoring pass. Shamrocket, Darth Molly on the line. Molly on the inside, lead jammer, Breakneck Betties.
Grim Carey working the offense.
Shamrocket through for 4. Nope, Shamrocket still in the pack.
And Simonis, last line of defense up at the front of the pack. Now joined by Catcher. Bertha beatdown playing the offense, but High Roller's not giving anything up right now.
Shamrocket shrugs it all off.
And next up we have Stomps and Trinity. And there goes Trinity, lead jammer.
Trinity
Big Bang
absolutely
Theory.
annihilating the root of all evil.
Oh, nice work from Moto Mommy as well. And here comes Root with the offense.
Trinity up against the wall in the back. Moving forward to reform the pack. Root of all evil in there to scrape off some blockers.
Gray's Lobotomy Company not giving Trinity anything. And now Ripley being sent up to provide the offense.
Ripley, the wrecking crew. Motomami one-on-one with Ripley holding things down.
And that was great defense. There's the star pass to Ice Hole. And the call off.
should probably read some ads. S1 Helmets, streaming broadcast of RCR's 2023 games are brought to you by the S1 Helmet Company.
And on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, we got Danger Potato and Lil Regulator. Both jammers looking for the inside right now.
Laughing Planet penalty box was empty until just now. Bertha beatdown on the way to take up one of the seats.
And we have a star pass to Simonis.
Another seat to be filled in the Laughing Planet penalty box by number 33, Grim Carey.
And Kid Vicious out of play block.
Face the devastation of Simonis.
And Lil Regulator on the toe stops.
Simonis through for 4. Regulator calling it off.
Huge 15-point jam.
Pabst Blue Ribbon's back, baby. Grab one at the Plow Stop bar before they shut it down.
And on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, Spring Roll, Shamrocket.
Spring Roll and Shamrocket back on the line.
And Spring Roll quickly grabs lead jammer. Mayday heading up to play some offense. Lady Panicorn and company waiting for Spring Roll. Spring Roll bounces.
Shamrocket breaks out, a forearm being called.
Great steal on the outside by Jackpot and company.
Mayday to the penalty box on a forearm. That Laughing Planet penalty box. Spring Roll out, back to the back of the pack.
And Spring Roll on the toe stops. Shamrocket, little inadvertent defensive jamming. And Ripley with the recycle.
Oh, Spring Roll around the outside while no one was looking.
24 points for Spring Roll.
I believe that's called running up the score. Was I thinking?
Lex Sanguination, Darth Mahler. There goes Lex up to the front. Bertha beat down with the force out though.
Lex Sanguination escorted to the back of the pack. Now finds the red line.
Gray's lobotomy up with the offense.
Lex Sanguination on the run up front with.
Nice work from catcher.
almost had it. Now again has everybody from the Betties.
And Darth Molly, lead jammer. And track cut, Lex Sanguination.
Oh, that sucks.
Three points on that jam. And this will be a power start for the Betties.
Yikes. Betties down 1 to the penalty box. Laughing Planet penalty box holding Lex Sanguination.
And stomps, recycled behind Coop.
Coup de grace, coup de grace, and Big Bang Fury working the back line right now, cut off. Big Bang Fury weaving back to the front. Ripley to the penalty box. Lex Sanguination goes for the outside.
Great force out by Grace Lobotomy.
Root of all evil and Gray's lobotomy.
And Lex Sanguination leads jammer. Great seal by Grim Carey. Star pass to Ice Hole.
Lex Sanguination deep in the pack calls it off. Trailhead Credit Union, get financial guidance for whatever trail you choose. Trailhead Credit Union. Bum, bum.
And Danger Potato looks for the inside lane.
Trinity.
Denied.
Trinity trying to find a way past Simonis. Zulu holding the outside line.
Danger Potato just moving the legs constantly. Track cut though. And Lee Jammer goes to Trinity.
Trinity's chance. Simonis, Zulu up front. Trinity. Swarmed in red.
Danger Potato now working the back of the pack. And there's the recycle on Trinity.
That pushes Danger Potato into a forward point. Brute swing and a miss. Moto Mami holding the inside line, bridging out the line.
High Rollers just throwing bodies at Danger Potato.
Kid Vicious bridging out the line. That jam is off. WSL Leadership Coaching training you so you can be more awesome in your work, sport, and life. That's WSL Leadership Coaching. Regulator and Darth Molly on the line.
And Lil Regulator forced out recycle behind Ripley. Spinning on Root of All Evil, gets the offense from Coop, but there goes Darth Molly.
Both jammers out of the pack, and it's a race. Darth Molly to the penalty box. That one hurts.
4-0 on that jam in favor of the High Rollers. Oh, 4-1, sorry.
Hey, we'd like to thank Shebop, Die, my darling hair salon, Porque No Taqueria, PDX Pipeline, and the Portland Mercury.
Shamrocket up to the front of the pack. Grace Lobotomy, Bertha beatdown, doing work. Forearm on Grace Lobotomy. And there, oh, Zulu Mother Smother. Now Simonis, joined by Bertha beatdown.
Betties with the world-class penalty kill on that one.
And Darth Molly leads Jammer over the apex.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Definitely using the dark side of the force there.
No, Darth Molly decides not to call it off.
High block, Shamrocket. Brute giving Darth Molly a bit of a sleigh ride there.
Hey, we'd like to thank Portland Vital Signs, Sisu Mouthguards, 187 Killer Pads, and once again, S1 Helmets.
And we have a team timeout being called by the High Rollers. This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
And we're right back at it. Ice Hole, Root of All Evil, Ripley on the line for Spring Roll. Shamrocket in the box. High Rollers working over the pack. Spring Roll on the run. Lead jammer, Breakneck Betties. Big Bang Fury, coup de grace, joining forces at the front end. Break up.
And Ice Hole recycling the High Rollers pivot. And we have no, we don't have a star pass. So that would be a penalty against Shamrocket. So another power jam. Nice force out and recycle by Lil Regulator.
You can have this back now.
next up, Danger Potato, all alone behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line. Oh, Brute.
Laughing Planet, penalty box holding a Shamrock for the High Rollers. Kid Vicious held in the backfield.
And Brute with the drawback. Danger Potato resets.
Shamrock it.
And here comes Bertha Beatdown with the offense.
Simonis taps out. Shamrock it. Back of the pack. Beatdown covering the outside line. Simonis feeds to the pack.
And high block. Danger Potato head in the penalty box.
Shamrock it. Simonis to get by. Betties swarm the line.
And Gray's lobotomy not able to hold that final line. Great
Shamrock
effort,
it.
though.
Fights through the pack. Shamrock it. 3 jams in a row. Iron, iron, iron.
And next up on that jam on Hawthorne jam line, Trinity in the green, Sci-Fi Curious in the red. 3-3 in the pack.
Ripley holding the line on the outside.
And Sci-Fi Curious breaking out.
Ripley and Root of All Evil. Right now, Bertha Beatdown just punching Trinity's ticket.
And Trinity recycled once again. And we got a star pass to Big Bang Fury. And Sci-Fi Curious finds a lane on the outside.
Little Regulator and Darth Molly on the line.
Lil Regulator accelerating, grabs lead jammer, and star pass to Simonis.
Who immediately just starts taking a beating. Breaks through. That jam is off. Like Sanguination up the inside, drop to the interior. Jumps right back in. Icehole and Root of All Evil holding things down at the pivot line.
Stomps looking for anything and is able to grab lead jammer. And that is a high block on Stomps. This jam will go the full 2 minutes, which at this point in the game is not what any jammer wants to hear.
Like Sanguination almost breaks out at the front end.
Great hit from Jackpot.
Lick Sanguination, scoring pass.
Yeah. And Stomp stays upright? What?
High Rollers regroup. Grim carry almost takes it out.
Icehole with a big hit on Lex Sanguination.
Mayday slides in to try to break things up. Lex Sanguination couldn't quite get through. Picked off 3 more at the end of that jam.
And timeout being called by the High Rollers. This team timeout brought to you by Deb Count-Staber, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Derby fans, the dulcet tones, the musical magic of Agent Meow.
All right, behind that jam on Hawthorne jam line, Sci-Fi Curious in the red, Trinity in the green. Brute solo defense in the back. Good work from catcher, but Brute's defense is just on point right now. And that is Trinity lead jammer.
Forearm called.
And here comes Coop with the offense. And star pass to Simonis. And timeout from the High Rollers. This would be their official review. This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
High Rollers requesting a low block penalty on red 6-5. Upon review, no low block contact was observed. High Rollers do not keep their official review for the half.
On the line, a little regulator and spring roll. Spring roll dashes to the front, takes lead jammer for your breakneck Betties.
And Ripley sends Lil Regulator flying.
Both jammers at the back of the pack. Spring roll down. Regulator dropped out, dragged to the back of the pack.
And once more, Ripley with the force out.
Spring roll. Low regulator out of the pack.
Oh, the spin moves from Lil Regulator.
Spring roll to the back of the pack. Regulator to the back of the pack, and they're off. That current score may be unofficial, but it was officially a blast.
And that is your official final. 157 for the Breakneck Betties, 111 for the High Rollers. Come on out, y'all. Let's do some high fives here. Breakneck Betties, take a lap. And high rollers, thank you so much. Take a lap as well. All right, we'll have MVPs here shortly. All right, tonight's MVPs. High rollers, you were ready first, so who's your MVP jammer?
Spring roll.
Spring roll. And Link, who do you have as the MVP blocker?
Gray's lobotomy.
Gray's lobotomy. All right, Zulu, who do you have as MVP jammer?
Sham Rocket.
Sham Rocket. And Bertha, who do you have as MVP blocker?
Yeah, it's Brute.
Brute. All right. Thank you to both teams. Thank you, fans, for coming out. Hope you had a great time this evening. We will see y'all back here for more roller derby. RoseCityRollers.com. Check the schedule, get your tickets.